the purpose of this program. Okay, so what is the purpose of this program? We have got a threefold purpose. Okay, the first purpose is financial literacy. That means we are talking about making our fundamentals rock solid. Okay, so once our fundamentals are solid, we can do anything that we want. So that is the basis. हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं कि we can learn all these things using common sense, but actually this is not common sense. बहुत सारा चीज we cannot pick up and then हम लोग उसको skirt करके we move ahead. Then that's where the problem is. The second thing is that all of us understand that there has to be a strong social success, and for which we have to have certain mechanisms. हम लोग एक one dimensional approach लेके चल रहे हैं using academics. Academics does give you social success, but it also gives you excellence, and it leads you to a career, but it is actually one dimensional. Basically, there are so many things which are required. So in the last few years, about 4 years, 5 years, we studied a whole lot of successful people, which could include from the sports field, it could include from the entrepreneur field, it could include people who are working as employees in the private sector or the government sector. But there is a proper framework. When people follow a framework, then success is almost guaranteed. So that is the basic benefit we are going to pass on. So it's like a blueprint. Like a building banta, the blueprint, once it's done, the building is almost guaranteed it will be a proper building. And the last third point which we have is to have a life goal. Now, how is this different from a social success or a career success? Basically, you are controlled by the organization when you have a social success. Or suppose you are going to become, MD of a company. You're going to be controlled by the organization. You are going to be controlled by even the customers. You are going to be controlled by somebody. Whereas, what do you desire to do in life? That could be a little different from the corporate success or social success. So we're looking at when you desire something to be done by you and you achieve it, that's when you have a fulfilled life. So that is the third dimension which you're going to bring across in our program. This is a phrase. How many of you have heard this phrase new normal now in the last 2-3 months, 5 months during COVID? Suna hai? New normal. Okay, so you know what, this slide was there with us since 2014. You won't believe 2014 is 6 years back, but we have been talking about the same slide. And now after 6 years, it has become a reality. Okay, with COVID. Now the question is that are we really ready for the new normal post-COVID? Okay, so because the world is going to change and a whole lot of old problems are going to continue and new problems anyway are going to be there. So let's have a quick glimpse on the world today. Okay, look at these problems that we face. Okay, we are looking at, give me a clock. Looking at, so many things which are around the world. Look at the situation with China. It's been there for a long time. It's going to be becoming bigger. Look at, Korea. It was always there. It's going to become bigger. The trade war between US and China was always there, but it's going to impact the whole world. It's like that. Okay, Brexit is going to impact us. Food shortage and, malnutrition. I mean, these are the glimpses. There are so many issues which we are going to, this is what we're going to call as the new normal. When we face the world tomorrow, this kind of world we're going to lead. There is an acronym. Maybe if any of you got a paper pen, just keep noting down whatever you see here, which appeals to you, which is of interest to you. This is an acronym called VUCA. This VUCA has been there in this world for the last 10 to 15 years, but with COVID, it is fast forwarded. V stands for volatility. Volatility means, everything is going up and down, topsy-turvy. One day it is up, one day it is down. Uncertainty, absolutely no clarity, which way to go. Take this example. We are conducting this online. We were not conducting this online little earlier. Schools have become online. It was never online for so many years. मतलब अगर स्कूल में बच्चा मोबाइल लेके जाए, it will be a crime. Today, without mobile, no child can be studying anything. Complexity. So much of things are coming to the world that everything is going to become extremely complicated. We don't know which is, there is nothing called a simple now. And ambiguity, everything is confusing, everything is hazy. So if you think that we found a solution today, tomorrow the solution will become a problem. Day after tomorrow, some other new solution will come. So that's what is VUCA word. Okay. And in this scenario, we have designed this NIMCA program, which is designed specifically for the teens as well as for the tweens. Tweens means children who are from the age group of 9 to 12, and teens is from 13 to 19. So this is the bracket we are addressing. This is the bracket which is, you can call it as the adolescence period, which a lot of parents will say, we have a lot of management issues with children. But the reality is that this is the best age in which new concepts, adapting to, so many new changes, it's the best age to pick up. Now look at why this 9. Before 9, whenever a child is doing an action, he does not realize the consequence of the same action. Okay. So, when he does something, he will not realize, this is the consequence of what will be the result. And after 19, it's very difficult to mold yourself. Simple example, if you have to learn a new language, this is the best age to learn a language. If you want to just learn French, this is the best age. Before this, little difficult. After this, also little difficult. If you ask me to learn French, I will learn some key phrases, but I will never be fluent. I cannot manage the language. That is the basic thing. Okay. So the model of this format of this course is going to be, we are not going to be teaching like school. And why we are saying not like school means we are not going to be an academic course. This is an extremely practical program and directly usable. That's the best part of this program. And obviously, we parents, whenever we give a lecture to our children, we sound like preaching. So we don't want to sound like preaching in this course as well. Okay, so it will be a interesting course, which will be, useful also. Okay. Now, many of us look like this when you are, between this age group of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, many of the children look like this. And let's look at a crystal gaze on in the next 10 years, how our life is going to be. Okay, so this is a crystal gaze and then try and analyze, how our life is going to be. So this is a kind of quiz, and all of you are familiar with chat boxes, right, in your mobiles or whatever. So can you respond to me on what is your best pick? The future 10 years from now is going to be, is it going to be better? Is it going to be uncertain? Is it going to be difficult? Just put your responses on the chat box. We have lost Sanya again. Yeah.
She's here.
Okay. All right. Uncertain, good. So, okay, I've got 2 responses saying uncertain. So, let's see where it is going for others. Okay. Khushi, what do you think it is? Okay, everybody is saying uncertain. Okay, let me give you the response. Yeah, let me give you the response now. Yes, right. The uncertain is the right response because in 10 years from now, we have no idea where the world is going to be. Okay, now look at technology. I don't know how many of you were using Zoom earlier, but we never used Zoom 6-7 months ago. Now, every day we're sitting on Zoom. Okay, so with more technology in our hands, what is it going to be? Life is going to be a leveler. It's going to be a big differentiator with more technology and more hands. Or is it going to be more complex? Let's hear the responses first. Yes, Tanishka, you're the first to respond last time. Yeah, this time let me see what's the response now. Okay, more complex, big differentiator. Okay, this was a tricky question. Okay, now let's understand that today, you think that you all have smartphones, right? But also understand your maids also have smartphones. Okay, today you think you are sitting in a city, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi. Okay, so you have got access to great colleges. But people in Akola, Amravati, they don't have access. But with online, they have access. You have access to Harvard University right here sitting in Pune. So actually, the world is going to be a leveler. Everybody is going to do everything. Okay, actually, it's going to be leveler. It is a good thing because it's bringing in a lot of people inside, but it's also a very difficult world because everybody will be competition for you. Let's give you a small example. There is a huge restaurant, specialized restaurant, an expensive restaurant making very expensive Chinese food. So they're going to charge more. Today, a small restaurant, also with a good cook, also will make a nice Chinese food, and Swiggy will deliver to the customer in both places. Okay, so Swiggy is the differentiator, and then they have leveled out an expensive restaurant and a small restaurant. Just imagine. Okay, so it's leveled out an expensive place with a small place. So that's the big thing. So it is actually a leveler. Okay, so the response here actually is a leveler. Next question. Is your child's competency level good enough to tackle future challenges? We got three solutions here. It can be tackled easily, it can be tackled with difficulty, you just can't define it. Response in the chat box, please. Okay, 2, 1 with difficulty. Okay, easily. Okay. Okay, Tanishka says cannot define easily. So we got a mixed response. Okay, so let me give you my response here. Okay. Okay, Sanya says cannot define. Okay, so cannot define is the right answer. All right. So because you really don't know, it's an uncertain world. And this is my last question. Okay, in times of crisis, support will come from. We again got three. And when I say government, it is not the Modi government. It could be any government which is in power. Okay, so it could be a good government. Okay, so in times of crisis, who will come to support? The government or our relatives or you yourself, self-reliance? Okay, everybody has one answer, self-reliance. Okay, all right. So this is how it is going to be. So we have to be self-reliant. Okay, we have to help ourselves. All right. So this is where it is. So we're all very clear that we are going to face a uncertain world in the future, and the solution rests with only us. And if you can't see this, then obviously you are going to behave like an ostrich. And you know the ostrich, right? They bury their head in the sand and say there is no problem. So look at all these people in the sand. Okay. So obviously we're not going to be like ostriches. Okay, how many of you can identify this picture? Okay, yes, Kushi, you are muted. Yeah,
From the Mahabharata, where
Mahabharata.
Krishna is telling the Bhagavad Gita to the
Yeah,
Arjuna.
yeah. Okay, so this is the Mahabharata war. It's also called as the Kurukshetra war. Okay, so this is the epic war of Mahabharata. Okay, anybody can tell me the cause of this, one big cause of this war? This is a huge war, right? One of the greatest wars that we've ever seen in this country. And it changed the course of history. Okay. There were many causes, but the largest cause was this city called Hastinapur. Okay. They wanted to possess this city, the capital city. And this was a city which had wealth and prosperity. Okay. So everything is revolving around, controlling this, big city. Let's switch gears and see, how many of you can identify this picture? Okay, so this is that was the Hindu mythology, this is Christian mythology, and this is Jesus Christ. Okay, and all of you would know that he was crucified, right? Ultimately, and well, there were so many people who looked like him, so he was having the same beard, but there was one, he had 12 disciples. Jesus had 12 disciples, and one of the disciples was this guy called Judas. Okay, and Judas betrayed him. He just handed him over to the authorities and said, this is Jesus who is doing all this, so you catch him and crucify him. But do you know, he was one of the 12 disciples, chosen 12, it's a small number. But why would he betray him? Anybody, any idea? 30 pieces of silver. Okay, money. So those people paid him 30 pieces of silver, and he betrayed his God, his, everything. All right. So this is the power of money, when people can fall down to whatever wealth and power. So this is how history has taught us that, okay, now let's look at this. You all heard of CNBC Make It, right? Okay, it's the world's largest survey body. In December 2018, maybe a little year ago, they found that a whole lot of people in the world have stresses. Which is the world's worst possible stress? Okay, and they found that the biggest stress was financial stress. World's number one. Okay, there were this 87% are factual figures with court cases. Okay, so default on tax, default on debts, default on bills, default on payments. Okay, so things like that. Now imagine the balance of there could be ego issues, there could be defamation suits. But do you know that even those can be sorted out with money? People go back and pay off some amount, and then So money is such a big leveler, right? The cause of this stress was found by this organization called OECD. Okay, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which is headquartered in Paris. The cause was just one. A vast majority of the world adults remained financial illiterates. Now, this is interesting. People are educated, this is the urban population which is paying the taxes, and still they are called as financial illiterates because they haven't got the basics right. Okay. What are they? They are the square pegs in the round hole. Now, let's explain this in just a couple of quick slides. Okay. What is this? Any idea? Anybody can respond? What is this picture?
The picture of Paris.
Paris. And what is that picture? The Eiffel Tower. Okay. The famous, iconic Eiffel Tower. If you go, if you visit this place and if you want even to buy popcorn or you want to hire a cab, can you speak in, can you speak in Hindi? Can you speak in Gujarati? Can you even speak in English? What do you have to speak there to get a cab? You'll have to speak what language?
We'll have to speak in French.
French. Okay, you'll have to hire a cab in French. Okay, you have to speak the language, of the place. And that's what, now this is the world we live in. We're living in the world of money. Okay, unless we speak the language of money, unless we feel it, unless we, use the right, jargons, okay, we're not going anywhere. Okay, so that's the biggest thing called illiteracy. If you don't use the right language, you're there. This is what we're talking about, the language of money, how to communicate and gain financial freedom. So ultimately, this is what we're talking about. This is wrong seeding. Okay, now wrong seeding is what you learn in the initial or what you do and learn in the initial years actually has a drastic impact. Okay, let me share a small personal example here. Okay, now this is my dad's picture. Okay, you can see him here and you can see he was a captain of a cricket team. Okay, and this is my dad here as we got married. This is my dad here getting some award. Why am I showcasing my dad's picture here? We lost him more than 10 years ago to lung cancer. Okay, why am I showcasing his picture here? This is because that, he was a fit person, he was an able person, and well-to-do person, educated person. Okay, and then one day, when the doctors diagnosed that he has got lung cancer, the doctor came and told me that he's got. I said, no, he can't be having because he doesn't smoke. But the doctor said, no, I think smoking is the cause of lung cancer. I said, no, he doesn't smoke. And I had forgotten that almost 15 years he had not been smoking because he had diabetes and he had stopped smoking for 15 years. Before that, he had been smoking for quite some time, quite a few years. Okay, and that caught up with him. Okay, in his older age. And just imagine that, what you do catches with you. This is how, it really works. Okay, so it doesn't go away. These problems don't. So your foundations have to be absolutely rock solid. Your habits have to be strong. Okay, so the effect of bad habits lasts a lifetime. So we can't afford to have any bad habits, and these bad habits are picked up in this age bracket of 9 to 19. Okay, and the good news is that the effect of good habits also last a lifetime. So it is extremely crucial as parents that we put good habits in our children. All of us learn good habits. So it's extremely important that we have good habits with us. Early and right seeding is the most important thing. How many of you can identify this girl there? Any idea?
Sania Nehwal, I think.
Sania Nehwal? No. Almost there, but not. Okay.
Sania Mirza.
Okay, now you can. It's the same girl. Okay, and this girl started her badminton learning when she was barely 8 or 9 years old. Okay, and that's why she's achieved such greatness at such a young age. She's an Olympian and a gold medal and a silver medalist. Okay, so this is how, and we have scores of more people. We have Sachin Tendulkar, who began his career at 11 years. You have A.R. Rahman, who began his career early. You have Steve Jobs, who would open up his radio at age 9 in parts and connect it. That's why he became a computer grade. So this is how you have to begin early, whatever you do. Okay. Now, this is a question which I hope parents also can chip in and then put responses. Can you rate these in order of importance? We have got some 5 Indian landmarks. These are all, closely associated with India. So can you rate these first, second, third, fourth? Which is the most important first? Then next. Can you use the chat box and let me know? Okay, can just put the dates. The number one date that you feel is the most important, then the next, then the next. Yeah, so 4-3, Khushi says 4 is what? Okay, 15th August. Okay, all right. We got Khushi's answer. Let's hear the response from others. Sanya, Tanishka, and parents also can chip in. I mean, I'm okay with any parents. Smita can also contribute. No problem. You could put anything. 1 and 5. Okay. Tanishka says 1 is what? Yeah, the train is the first. It's not 15, right? Tanishka, it is first. 1 is, you're saying that the train is the first, right? Okay. Arya says that
15th.
4. All right. Okay, 15 is
15th
what?
August.
15th August. Okay. Okay. So can you see one commonality in everybody? That everybody has rated everything else here and there, but they've rated 15th August as the number one point. Okay. Because do you think, train is a silly thing? Train is also important. Nuclear program is also important. Everest is also important. But 15th August is important for all of us for a very strong reason. Okay. So we are talking about this subject. Okay, we're talking about freedom. Okay, freedom is the most important thing in our lives. Why? Because we don't follow a control mechanism. Okay, so we are free, we can do what we want. Okay, and we are beyond the shackles. Okay, so the luxury to be free is very, very powerful. Okay, so this is how you can actually grow your wealth. You can do what you want if you have financial freedom. Okay, the seeds of financial freedom are sown once again in your age of 9 to 19. Okay, so you sow it now and you reap it little later. Okay, but unfortunately, fortunately, the world is filled with a lot of things which are up and down. Look at this: 50% of the population of the world is managing with just 50% of the money. That means 1% of the population of the world has already taken away 50% of the wealth. Okay, this is the uneven mix of the world. Okay, so unless and until you are smart, you will lose out on the wealth because you are left with very less wealth. Anybody has heard of this person called Adam Smith? He is the very good Khushi. Who is he?
He's the first. He's the father of the economics.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, he is the father of economics. Okay, and he has, and this is really old. Okay, he's 250 years ago. Okay, 1776, right time when the American War of Independence happening. He had actually written this book. The book was called Wealth of Nations. Okay, in which he has said that the most common complaint in the world is scarcity of money. Today also it is the same story, and it is not about scarcity for you or your maid. Even our Mukesh Ambani also has scarcity of money. Even America has scarcity of money. So scarcity of money is a common story for the entire world. So we have to be very smart in managing money. Now let me take you through a small story quickly. There was a rich uncle. Okay. He was walking with his nephew, a young boy, whatever, 10 years old, and he was walking on a particular street in India. Okay. And when you walk on the streets of India, what do you watch on both sides? You see a lot of beggars sitting there asking for money, give me something. I have not had food for so many days. So this boy was watching all this and he was constantly telling his rich uncle that, uncle, why don't you give these kids, these poor people some money? So the uncle gave some money. Okay. But this boy realized that this uncle was giving these children, these poor people some 10 rupees, 20 rupees. And what will be the solution? Because these people are really poor. Okay. So the boy, felt very sad. So he told the uncle that I'm just thinking, these so many poor people are there. You are a rich person. So many poor people are there. So can we find a solution? Can I pray to God and ask him to rain gold coins? Okay. If he rains gold coins, okay. So obviously all these people on the street will be able to pick up gold coins, right? And all of them will become rich. Okay. So can something be done like this? I mean, I'm too small, but can something be done like this? That there can be a rain of gold coins. Okay, today we can think, maybe our prime minister can put some rain of gold coins and everybody will get gold coins. So everybody will become rich. There will be a solution to the world. Why they should be sitting and begging like this? And what was the response the uncle gave to this boy? Can you imagine? Okay, it's a fantasy story. Gold cannot rain. But then the uncle said, okay, let it be. Let rain come with gold coins. Okay. But if it happens in the whole world and everybody gets, gold coins in their hands, the gold will become like sand. It will have no value because everybody will have gold. Understood? So coming back to the story, that we have to have scarcity of money as the root of economics. Okay, if you make it common to everybody, it will no longer be valuable. Okay, so even gold will lose its value if it rains. Okay, in other words. So what do? Okay, in this situation, we have found a solution that we do a lot of academics and earning money. Like I already told you, it's a one-dimensional approach. There are a whole lot of things. Okay, you go to an interview late, you're dead. So time management is important. You don't dress right, your dress sense is important. Okay, you don't get the right tickets in place, your resource management. So those are the things which we are covering in a program like NIMCA. We are not only restricting to basic academics, but we're also taking you through whole lot of things. And these are the keys to success. One of the major keys we're talking about is rules of the game. Okay, you can identify this guy, okay, who could not even comb his hair. Albert Einstein, he said that you have to learn the rules of the game and play them so well that, you do it better than anybody else. Let me give you another small quiz here. How many of you can identify this tennis player? Any names comes across? He's one of the greatest in the world. He was the world number one for 270 weeks. Can you name him? Anybody? Any attempt? Just speak out. Maybe the older generation can chip in and then give some responses. Whom does he look like? Who is he? Okay, so a whole lot of people will tell me that, it could be Bjorn Borg, or it could be McEnroe, it could be Jimmy Connors, or, no, none of them. He is a guy called Ivan Lendl, and nobody's even heard of it. Okay, what is 270 weeks? In a year, we have 52 weeks. 70 weeks means it's almost 4 to 5 years. Can you imagine? He was a world number one for these many years. And history has dumped him in the dustbin. Can you believe why? Because he did not follow the rules of the game. What are the rules of the game? Can you see this court here? The grass court here? That's Wimbledon, world's number one court. And he has won that, Wimbledon how many times? 0. He hasn't won it. And the rule of the game says that unless and until you win that, you are a nobody. Okay, and he had to make a comment saying that grass are for the cause, because Wimbledon is a grass court. Okay, which is why nobody remembers it. So whatever you do, you got to know what matters and what does not matter. Okay, so what do we really teach here in our NIMCA course? We teach a whole lot of things. We teach you decision making, we teach you budgeting, we teach you how to be a street smart person, we teach you gratification, we teach you what is the economic wheel, we teach you opportunity cost, we teach you really a whole lot of things. Okay, we all packed it up in such a way that it's not looking like theory. If you go to economics class, it'll all look like theory. But in a NIMCA class, it'll all look like fun. Coming to the last few slides of mine, this is entry restricted. Why? Because you don't have the credentials. Okay, now let me give you a very simple example. This is a railway bogie. Okay, and this is another railway bogie. These guys are pretty cool, right? How much do you think they're paying more than these guys? Hardly anything more. The difference is that these guys did not book their ticket in advance. They did not know something called a reservation existed. These people booked it in advance, they planned it out, and they are sitting cool. And these guys are coming the last minute and jumping, almost paying the same amount and sitting like this. Okay, so all we have to do for leading a comfortable life is to plan out things and space it out. Okay, so like I mentioned that we're talking to you about budgeting, we're going to talk to you about how to do a planning and how to do a continuous planning, not just do one plan and then sit with it. Because like, in this slide, you'll see that the prediction of the television is talking about the weather is hot, and in reality, it is actually raining. So you've got to be ready with an umbrella, even when the prediction is talking like this. Okay. And this is an opportunity cost. That means if you do one thing, you lose out the other thing. So we're going to talk about how do you take decisions in these kind of situations. Okay. And before we end, just as a small, quick, story here, can you see this? these are the 7 wonders of the world. How many of you can identify? Okay, Khushi, yes. Which is this? One is what? Yes, Tanishka?
One is the Great Wall of China,
One is very simple. Okay, Great Wall of China.
Statue of Liberty.
No, it's not even
That's a
America. It's South America.
That's the statue of Christ in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, okay, right. Correct. Third,
Machu Picchu,
Machu Picchu. Absolutely. Which country is that?
Peru.
Peru. Good, good. Very good. Okay. Fourth, okay, this is a tricky one because it's called Chichen Itza. It's in Mexico. Okay. Fifth,
Is the Colosseum.
Colosseum, which is in Rome, right? Sixth, of course, is Taj
Yeah.
Mahal. And the seventh is the ancient city called Petra, which is in Jordan. Okay, it's a very old city. History goes back to about 9,000 years. It was the caravan center for the world. Okay, so these are the 7 wonders of the world. Okay, now we are talking about a bucket list that all of you should make a plan that you or your family should visit this sometime in life. Put a tick to all the 7 wonders in the world. And why are we talking about 7 wonders? Because we're going to talk about the 8th wonder in the world, and that's compound interest. Okay, and this was said none other than Albert Einstein, who said that compound interest means something which you put as a money. You put $100 today and it automatically grows. Mark the word automatic. You do nothing. Everywhere you earn money, you have to do work, right? You got to do something. But when you do compound interest, you do nothing. The financial world takes care of it and starts growing it automatically. You know compound interest, right? All of us have studied simple interest and compound interest. So the money grows automatically. And that's why he calls it as the 8th wonder of the world. Okay, so just imagine that, and this is to do with just one factor, and that factor is called time. If you start late, you're going to earn very less. If you start early, you're going to earn quite a lot. Okay, so people are older, have a lesser scope to earn more money. And this is the NIMCA program we're talking about. It's a 5-week program. It's going to be held on all weekends. And when I say weekend, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We start the program at 7:30 in the evening. It will go on for about an hour and a half. We'll finish around 8:45, but before 9. Okay, the student age group we already spoken is 9 to 19. And the venue is going to be online, so obviously you're home. Okay, and you will also get a study material, which is a hard copy study material, which we'll be sending you, okay, by courier. And the course fees is 3,750. Okay, which includes the course material. Okay, so this is how the course is structured. Okay, any questions so far anyway? Okay, so which means this is going to be a 15 session thing, right? Like 3 days a week. Okay, all right. So can you all send your contact numbers in the chat box so that we get to connect with you? And let me also move on to show you that this is a one-time lifetime program. Okay, and my last couple of slides here, that can you identify these 2 players? Football players?
Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Messi and?
Ronaldo.
No. Messi is right. The guy in the light blue. He's an Indian.
Is
He's an Indian
that
captain.
name? Okay.
Sunil Chhetri. Okay. All right. So, all right. Sorry. So, a good player is where the ball is, and the great player is where the ball will be. And that's the future we're going to talk about. Okay. So, we're not going to be just there where it is. We're going to not respond for today, but we're going to be ready for tomorrow. And this is where we began. Okay. This is how our current situation is. And we have to define our own destiny. Okay. And this is what you will make your own destiny with NIMCA. And this is how you'll look in about 10 years' time, and you will actually grow. This is my last slide. Can anyone identify this place? Okay, so this is my my hometown where I grew a few years I grew, as a child. And this is actually, I belong to Ooty, and this is the Ghat Road of Ooty. Okay, absolutely winding roads. Okay, but I want to share with you that this is where I learned my driving at 18. So if you learn like this at this age, you obviously become a very good driver as you go along. Okay, so learn early and become a specialist. All right. That's about it. Any questions? And have you all given your numbers in the chat box? All right. Yeah. Good. So any quick questions anyone has anywhere? Yes, Kushi.
Is there anything basic we should know?
No, really nothing. But yeah, well, there is one condition that you should come with an open mind, because we're going to really do a lot of new things here. Okay, so that's very important.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Anything else? Okay. It also is going to be, because it's a parent session, I must also inform the parents that it is a, okay, the student will be the child, but the assignments and everything will be with the family. Okay, so every day there'll be an assignment. I mean, every session there'll be an assignment. Okay, which you have to do with your family. Okay, so the cooperation with the family is extremely important. Okay, that's one small request that we have. Okay, unless and until the parent and the siblings actually cooperate, this will not be a complete course. So obviously, there's a lot of cross learning which you're going to have. Let me also be very honest in telling you that we began this course about 5-6 years ago. And, with all my experience, we have known quite a bit about finance. But when we did a study, I had read through about 50 odd books, of finance. So much of learning we got, which were, conflicting with each other. So we really had to define our own learning. So there's so much of learning which we had to do and customize to ourselves and make it our own, so that's what we are sharing here. So obviously, even as parents, you will find that, whole lot of things are coming in, which are, which is new to adapt. Okay, so it's actually a family learning process which you will be going through when we do this course, and it's not really very long course. It'll be done, quickly, and we will then give you an entitlement to attend any future course as well of NIMCA. You will become a part of NIMCA alumni, and it will be actually a very fun based program. Yes, yeah. Anything else? Arya, anything? Yes, from parents, maybe Sushant, Swati ma'am, anything else you want to ask, or Smita ma'am?
Nothing. It
Okay.
seems pretty exciting.
Okay,
And I
nice.
feel so that students our children will become master planners for us.
It looks like that, yes.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement, yes. They will do better than us. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Good.
Because today only I was looking at a article that we were the millennials and these are the next generation, and they are expected to earn money much more faster and
Correct.
much more money than the millennials. They will cross the millennials very fastly.
Yes.
The ones who have born between 2000 and 2016, these 10 years students, they will be earning much more faster money than the generation earlier.
And one more thing, with lesser struggle.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And we are actually seeing those things in this generation. They are very fast, very quick, very fast learners.
Correct.
And they are multitaskers.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
if they get a proper direction of whatever they are investing the time and how to compound it, so I
Yeah.
think that would be really great for the generation.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.